Hey guys, it's Marci from Wake Up. How are you? I am here with Dr. Melissa Saunders, and we have some amazing things to talk about today. I know it takes just a couple of minutes for everyone to get on and for Facebook to alert everyone. So I just want to talk about summer a little bit. Are we upset about that being over? Are you good?
A little bit, yeah.
Because summer is actually my favorite time of year.
Mm-hmm. I know so many people love the fall. I'm a
Yeah.
summer girl.
And you know, fall has some great times that, you know, I love Halloween, but it's kind of like what we're going to be talking about. It's like new skin, it's how we're feeling, the hormones, the emotions. We're going through so many things, right? And not only for ourselves as women, but with our children and taking care of our families, and if we work and balance. And I gotta tell you, the hormones are the worst part.
Yeah. So just like summer switching to fall, you know, having these tips and tools that help us get through if we're seeing the end of something that we love and that we're passionate about and makes us happy, and we're moving into something that's maybe a little bit more stressful. You know, having any tips or tools that help us get through, right?
Absolutely. So one of the things that you are doing is, well, first off, helping women. And I love that you have put this format together, Women Helping Women, and 50 ways to support women.
Yeah.
And these are interviews and the seminar that you have created for us as women to take away tips on many different subjects. I'd love to hear a little bit about it.
Sure, yeah. So I'm so blessed to be one of the 5 main hosts of this online summit. It's all online, which is what I love. I'm sure you love too as a busy woman.
Yeah.
You can literally listen to this from the comfort of your home, your car, wherever you are. So it's 50 amazing, short, concise interviews for women, by women, and of course guys can listen too, because
they learn a lot too, and they learn about us when they're listening to it.
Yeah. And so the goal of each of these 50 interviews, there's actually 60 because there's 10 bonus, is for everyone to be able to listen and literally walk away from the interview with tips and strategies that they can implement right away.
The greatest part is that you can actually walk away and make a difference that day.
Yeah, that moment. Yeah. And you don't have to go somewhere and pay someone for something. You can literally make these changes on your own, a lot of them in your own home. There are, of course, other things that are recommended in addition that you can access, but there's so much that you can just do in your own home.
Well, let's talk about the women that you are interviewing. Who's a part of this?
Yeah, so 50, 60 amazing women. Fran Drescher was on it. As most people know, she was in the show The Nanny.
Yeah.
She conquered cancer naturally, and so she has just created this passion. She's created an organization, Cancer Schmancer. She's one of the interviews that I had the pleasure of doing. Oprah Winfrey's executive producer and assistant.
Amazing.
We got to interview her. JJ Virgin, who's a best-selling author, The Virgin Diet. She's in it. We have so many amazing, powerful women.
Doctors and specialists.
Yep, we have practitioners, we have medical practitioners, we have natural practitioners, we have PhDs, and then we have women who have just gone through their own challenges and have taken the high road, and it's changed their lives, and so they're sharing what they did.
I love that because, as you know, Wake Up is all about that, empowering women, telling people stories, the hardships, what we've gone through, but how we've turned it around.
Yes, yeah, I love that about you and what you're doing, that, you know, we all have these challenges. Like, it's not that life is so easy, but it's what we choose to do and how we choose to show up. And again, that doesn't mean that we're just running through life with these Pollyanna smiles. We have stuff that makes us feel stuck, perhaps, but it's how we get through it, right?
Exactly. So I want to go through, it starts September 9th,
Monday.
Yay! And you have 7 days, right? And you have a different topic every day.
Yes.
And about, I don't know, 5 to 10 interviews each day.
Yep,
on
and
the
they're
topic.
all about 20 minutes. So they're pretty quick and concise. That was really the goal, so that you can really master these. Each day, that day's interviews are available for free for 24 hours, and then they're gone. They can be purchased later, but for free they're available that full day, and as you mentioned, each day has a different topic.
Okay, so I just want to be clear about that. September 9th through the 15th, this will be free, and then post the 15th, you can pay to see these interviews.
Yeah.
So let's talk about each day.
Yes.
So the first day is emotional healing and self-love.
Yes.
Number one, we must love ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's so important.
Yeah, and I saw a video you did this morning just about even sharing that with your kids and how we really role model this stuff for our kids. And so when we are incorporating self-love into our lives, they're going to incorporate into theirs. And so, one of the things that I've really taken away just from being able to interview these amazing women is one of the least selfish things we can do is take care of ourselves.
Yes.
I think as women, we tend to put ourselves last.
We do.
And we feel that it's selfish doing things for ourselves. And it's the total opposite, because that's what allows us to show up and take care of other people.
Absolutely. When we are happy, everyone else is happy.
Yeah, we really are kind of the center of a lot of people's universes. Our kids, our spouses, our families, our sisters. So it's so important to take care of ourselves.
Yeah. So for those of us here that are a part of this, I just want you to know we are talking about a seminar that is going to be online starting September 9th. It's 7 days, and we're talking about all different types of ways to help yourself. And if you have any questions on any of this, please just post those and we will get to them certainly. So first day was emotional healing and self-love. The second is sex hormones and pregnancy. The dreaded hormones.
Yes. So this is going to be a super powerful day for a lot of women. I mean, the interviews will touch on such things as perimenopause, menopause, and different ways to eat to help balance those hormonal changes that we have, natural ways to support our body. And then we're also going deep. It's going to be raw. We talk about orgasm. We talk about sex. We talk about the aging vagina. All these things that are really important topics for a lot of women, and we go there.
Exactly. So you have on day 3 chronic disease solutions.
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
Yep. So that's going to be a lot of focus on anti-inflammatory things that you can do at home. Again, certain ways to eat. There's a lot of buzz about intermittent fasting and even ketosis. We definitely delve into that. We talk about that there's a way to do it correctly. We've got expert doctors and practitioners on there talking about the important way, especially to do it for women and our hormones.
Yeah.
We can't do ketosis or fasting the same way that men can. It's similar reason that, if a guy goes on a diet or changes his life and a woman does the exact same thing, he gets results so much faster.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It happens every time.
Yeah. So we touch on exactly why that is, what you need to do. So if your weight loss has plateaued or if you're gaining that weight in certain areas, we talk about all that stuff.
Well, our bodies are all different. And the first thing that we need to make sure that we're doing is not thinking of it as a diet.
Yes.
And the other thing, if you are doing the intermittent fasting or any of these types of trendy diets that are out there, what are you doing on the back end of that?
Yeah,
because if you are doing, have these diets and you're doing this and you're losing your weight at a fast pace, then your body, you start introducing regular foods again,
and you go right back.
Yeah. Or worse.
Right. So it's all about how to maintain, how to make these things part of your life, just like you're saying, Marci. So it's the real approach, the real effective approach, and the reality way, right? So like if you want to be able to go out with your friends and socialize, and there's even an interview on how to find clean sources of wine when you're out.
Nice.
This woman shares an app that you can use to find them at local restaurants.
I know the ladies love the wine.
Yeah.
So anyway, so day 4, we just touched on that, but weight loss a little bit, but it's also about beauty and energy.
Yeah.
So what exactly are you touching on day 4?
Day 4, so weight loss, beauty, and energy. We talk about, in some regards, how that comes from within, and if we're working on ourselves, how that shines through. Again, there's a huge hormonal component to beauty and anti-aging.
Yeah.
We do talk about some products in the summit, all different kinds of things.
Okay.
Like that, yeah.
I think it's really important that you guys know that, again, that you are going to be able to take away things that you can implement right away.
Yeah.
Right? And it's not hard, and if you need more information Are there going to be people that you can reach out to?
Yes, so a lot of the people that were interviewed, they do share some of their resources or how you can find them.
Okay.
The point of this summit is definitely not to sell anything.
Mm-hmm.
The point is the take-home tips.
Okay.
So you may just have to do a little bit of searching online. If you loved a certain speaker and you want to find more about them, you can just Google search, because we were very clear this was not a sales platform.
Fantastic.
But like an example of something that somebody gives is like a daily breakdown of how to incorporate self-care. So motivational Mondays, transformational Tuesdays, workout Wednesday, like these systems that just make it very simple. So it's a lot of things like that you'll literally write down in your planner and things to do. Yeah.
That's nice. And so day 5 is about detox, your gut health.
Yeah.
I mean, these are all really important things. And anti-aging.
Yes.
Which we all love. Okay.
Yeah,
I am always looking for help on that one.
Yeah. So there's a huge connection with the gut and our skin. And so we talk about that. I mean, us women, we always want our skin to look young and clear. I'm sorry. So we talk about the connection with the gut and that, and things that we can do. Certain foods like kimchi is a big food that we're hearing about more and more, and sauerkrauts and probiotics, and what are those, and what is leaky gut, and what kinds of foods should we lean towards to help anti-age, what helps make these antioxidants, and what foods should we steer clear of or limit.
That's great. I think a lot of people focus so much on the outside, but it really starts on the inside.
Absolutely, yeah.
And one thing I just heard of is aloe vera. That's a really good way to help with your gut health.
Yes, yep.
Yeah.
Yep, and I do believe there's someone that talks about that on the summit.
All right, so can you talk to apple cider vinegar at all?
Yeah, so apple cider vinegar, a lot of people love. It gets the digestive juices going for sure.
Okay.
It's a really powerful way for anyone who is doing, some of the intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
It's a great tool for breaking your fast. It starts to get your body ready for everything coming in. That's like one of we keep that on our cupboard. That is like the natural.
I know.
There's nothing that doesn't help with.
It's so awesome.
Okay. And I know some people take it off a spoon.
Yeah.
I can't. I actually make a mug of hot water.
Yes.
And I put it in there, and it's so good.
Yeah.
Some people put a little honey. It's like really
you can make it like a tea. Absolutely.
Yeah. So great for gut health, any stomach issues, skin, detox, liver.
And that's day 5. So day 6, we're talking about financial strength.
Yeah.
Which is awesome, and success, because it's hard as a woman, I think. Well, you can tell us what that's about, but for me, what is so hard, first of all, balancing business and being a parent.
Yeah.
And then also asking for money is really hard.
Yeah, there are tons of great interviews on this. There's also a really good, one of the women talks about budgeting for single moms, which I think is a big challenge as well. Turning your passion into your career, which I know you're so passionate about what you're doing. And I think, just like you mentioned, for us that have children, not only being okay with that, but being inspired by that. Right? So we have 3 small kids, and our kids know when we come to work, for a while they used to get sad, and I'm like, do you realize what I get to do there? All these people I'm helping, and making that switch for our kids. So it empowers them.
Exactly.
And it takes some of the mom guilt off, right?
Yeah, the mom guilt can be deadly.
Yes.
So day 7, taking your power back.
There were some of the interviews I did on day 7 were so powerful. There was a woman who is a pretty big TV figure, and she went through some pretty intense betrayal, and it was actually her son, when he found out about the betrayal, that catapulted her on this inspirational journey around it, and he was the person she was most afraid to find out about it. I cried. I cried through that interview.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. Yeah. So
I will say, with children, we sometimes we don't give them enough credit.
Yes. Yeah.
Because they get it. They get a lot more than we think they get, and they can be a real support. And when they are pointing things out that maybe we're like, you shouldn't say that about me, or you shouldn't, they're completely honest. So maybe when they say those things, we take a look at them.
Yeah, and it's really interesting too when you can see yourself through the eyes of your kids.
Yes.
Because I think also, like we talked about, mom guilt comes up. And I had my son filled out one of those Mom's Day, what I love about my Mom's Day. And it was so neat. He said, what's the best thing about your mom? And he wrote, she's brave, she stands up for herself. And I was like, I would never even think that
But that's what
about
he's saying.
myself, but that's what he sees. And so to your point, giving our kids credit and
Yeah.
really listening to how
Yeah.
they see us. And yeah, absolutely.
My daughter sometimes will make mention about me being on the phone too much or doing whatever it may be. And instead of like getting aggravated, you know, you have to say, yeah, that's what they're seeing.
Yeah.
Let's be honest about this.
Yeah.
And my son, going back to, you know, writing down what they see in us, my son said he's most proud of my show, Wake Up. And that made me feel really, really good.
Yeah, then you can feel even better about doing what you love, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So again, let's share with everyone here what this is again, you know, the 50 ways women inspiring women. So again, why don't we share what that information is?
Yeah, so it's 50 ways to women's wellness. So it's 50, it's 60, because there's 10 bonus interviews, about 20-minute interviews. They're quick and concise. You're going to get a lot of take-home information that you can implement right away. It's live from September 9th to the 15th. Each day has a different topic, and each day's interviews will be available for that day, and then they go away. They're free that day. You can purchase them later, but you definitely want to make sure to click on the link to register, and you will get the schedule so that you can get on to any of the interviews that you definitely want to catch.
So you touched on the 10 free interviews, but you also have links to books. So share about that.
So some of the hosts and some of the people that we interviewed donated ebooks and resources to take your journey even further. So these are all free for you. When you register, you actually will get access to, there's a reset recipe book. I think it's like a 200-page book. There's
Fantastic.
some recipes, there's some information in there on resetting your hormones through food. There's a self-care simplified ebook, how to make self-care easy. There's a gluten-free cookbook for people that are getting into gluten-free and want to use whole foods. And there's JJ Virgin has, hers is the gluten-free book. Yeah, there's a few of those great resources. And there's also, you guys, right when you sign up, you'll get access to my interview with Fran Drescher, which is amazing. She talks a lot about getting toxicity out of your home. And there's a few other free interviews that you get access to right away. I believe it's only the audio until Monday.
Okay.
But yep, you can listen to it in your car or wherever.
That's the greatest thing. I don't think people realize, yes, these are all videos, but you can listen in your car.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a
watch.
podcast. You can actually listen. So there is a link that we have placed here when you go. Yeah, in the description. So when you go on to that link, you're going to put in your name and email.
Yeah, and then everything will get emailed.
And then everything will be sent to you. So thank you for inspiring and empowering. This is incredible.
Thank you. Thank you for doing everything you're doing. Your videos are amazing. Your show is amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, so thank you.
So guys, I know that you are going to get so much from this 7-day program, and I know I'm excited to see it myself. So again, Melissa, so nice having you on and sharing about everything that you're doing. So it's incredible.
Thank you.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.